Despite being one of the most powerful predatory birds, sometimes the hawk becomes the prey. Especially when it attacks snakes. They show no mercy at all. Let's see what happens today. Let's go. This is one of the most heartbreaking scenes for a hawk that was eagerly seeking a new prey. It had its eyes set on this snake, but paid the ultimate price, its life. Lacking the necessary strength to confront the snake, it ended up being killed after the snake turned on it and strangled it to death. The hawk tried to escape several times, but all attempts were futile. Once the snake turned on the hawk, its chance of survival became almost non-existent. The hawk couldn't escape now. It was completely choked in a scene that truly captures the essence of tragedy. This hawk also got involved in a confrontation with a very fierce snake. The snake didn't hesitate to engage with the hawk and taught it a harsh lesson it would never forget. The hawk underestimated the snake's abilities and attempted to make it its new prey. The battle between them lasted for a short time, and the snake was completely dominant. It continued to cling to the hawk, draining much of its strength. The hawk only wanted to escape. It wasn't fighting for the prey anymore. Escaping was its only refuge. After numerous attempts, it miraculously managed to break free from the ferocious snake. It fled hastily, disappearing from the scene in a split second. It had been patiently waiting for this opportunity, and it miraculously survived. The snake could have continued to coil around it until it died completely, but through all the trials, the hawk was fortunate. Ah, that's what I meant. Look at what the snake is doing to the hawk here. It has captured it and doesn't show any mercy at all. It spends a lot of time grappling with this snake that doesn't spare it at all. The snake never lets the hawk escape. The hawk didn't have any chance at all to flee because the snake's bites were firmly locked onto it, making its chances of survival very slim. The snake managed to kill the hawk completely, and what's astonishing is that it started to devour it. Ironically, the hawk was the one who initiated the attack, but it ended up being the prey of the snake. It became a hearty meal for this snake. Look at how quickly it escaped from this snake. It only took one strike to make it flee immediately from the scene. It's fortunate that it managed to get away from it, as this snake could easily kill it. In these latter images, we see a hawk that suffered greatly and made a grave mistake by attacking that snake, which didn't hesitate to retaliate fiercely. It thought it was an easy meal and that it would surely feast on it, but it was surprised when the snake pounced on it and entered its body into the hawk's mouth. There's nothing worse than this, as now its survival became extremely difficult since it won't release its tail before the hawk completely dies. This is the only way for it to defend itself in such a situation, and thus, the hawk tragically lost its life unexpectedly. Here he is dying after being caught by one of the powerful snakes, which coiled around him with all its might. We can see the hawk's talons as it tries to free itself in every possible way, but all its attempts proved futile. It didn't have the necessary strength to escape. Look at this other hawk that fell into the same trap when it attacked a snake. The snake was not easy at all. In fact, it was the one who dominated the hawk skillfully. Despite being a small snake, it managed to overcome the hawk in truly astonishing moments. The The hawk did not expect the snake to have such strength, and it was defeated miserably. In fact, the hawk was lucky because it encountered a man who came to help. He arrived just in time and rescued the hawk from this terrifying nightmare. If he hadn't been saved, he might have succumbed to the deadly snake. Once again, this hawk was trapped with a snake that had managed to overcome it, and for the second time, it was a small snake. This shows that snakes have the necessary strength to defeat hawks, and quite easily too. In this episode, the hawk was also fortunate because people found it seeking help. And they indeed provided assistance. They managed to free it from that predicament, saving its life. These other astonishing images reveal the true ferocity of the snake when confronted by a hawk. The hawk was found dead on the ground, with the snake next to it being the cause of its demise. It seems that the battle between them was more than fierce, ending in favor of the snake after it directed several deadly attacks towards the hawk. By looking at the pictures, we can clearly see how much the hawk suffered at the hands of the snake, ultimately becoming its meal. These are truly remarkable shots showing us the real scene of predation when the predator becomes the prey. What do you think of the snake attacks on the hawks? Share your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notifications button so you can receive all the new content daily. Goodbye!